Hello? Hello? Testing? Hello? This is your wannabe patron, St. Tommy of God in Christ Jesus, reminding you that the Lord Jesus was crucified, buried, and raised from the dead on the third day for the forgiveness of sin. Our sin is forgiven. It is finished. Thank you.
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
Hey, Samus. Hey, good people.
Yo, what's up, Thomas?
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello there.
Yes. Yeah, good to hear your dulcet tones there, sweeping out across the nation, St. Tommy.
Thank you. It's what I do. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. And I do appreciate it. How is everybody today? Okay.
Nah, man. This
What's up?
stupid time change.
What time thing? What you mean? Like eternal time in the universe?
No, like daylight savings. We had to change our
Ah,
clocks forward, and like it just got me fucked up, man.
yeah, yeah. Okay. That
The
happens.
sun comes out so soon, and it just stays out there.
Yee.
Sucks, man.
Forget sun man. Physics.
Yeah.
Oh god, who'd have it?
What was the time you were talking about? Though you said something about eternal universe. What?
Universal time. Yeah, yeah. No, I didn't know what you meant by it's the time, man.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it is the time.
Yeah, Earth's local time, not universal or common time, whatever.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
Planet time. Yeah, I get you.
not necessarily planet time, Eastern time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good, good. So yeah, hi Blue. You okay?
I'm good. I'm good. I just got over a touch of COVID-19, but I'm good now.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit of a temperature myself.
Oh, you? Well, I'm over it now. I had it. Well, I don't. I'm joking, but I was
Yeah.
ill, and now I'm better. But yeah, it's touch and go. It's scary.
It is. I'm just thinking. Well, hopefully it's just a cold. It's just a cold.
Yeah.
It's not flu. It's not flu. It's cold.
Yeah, but hang on. Don't you get the cold? Get a cold, and then it kind of morphs into pneumonia, and then you're dead, basically. So I'm just waiting for that. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for that dead period because I had the cold. Now I'm waiting for the dead period where I'm going to die. So
Okay. Okay.
because I think that's how it works.
Well, commiserations anyway, if that happens.
I think my husband gets the mortgage paid off.
Yeah,
If I
that's
die.
all right
So
then.
there's always
Yeah.
what's it called? It's always a
Silver
silver
lining.
lining. Yeah.
Yes. Always look on the bright side.
Yes.
As those famous
That's right.
singers sang.
Absolutely. Somebody said that.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. It's only my second day, so I'm like, oh dear.
Wow. But it's no joke though. I mean, I'm just waiting to hear what the local councils are doing and going to close this and they're going to close that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, one of the guys in my house said he got sent home from work because
Really?
he's a freelance caterer and they send him all over London
Oh wow.
to to work, and they said, "Oh, they've sent everybody home, shut the business down,
Yeah.
and tested him as well."
Oh, really? Well,
And it's like, oh, shit.
the thing that amuses me is that local governments are going to like be very reluctant because they're not going to know what to do with their staff
Mm,
and how to pay them. It's
the
like,
thing.
you know, if they're going to close venues or local government stuff, you know, offices and this, that, and the other, what are they going to do? They're going to pay them sick pay and they're not sick, or they're going to pay them holiday pay but they're not on holiday. I hope they're sweating. I hope
but not in the ill way,
no, not in
obviously.
the way, but
Not in the I've got a flu way.
I mean, I detest managers just generally. So if this is making their job hard, I love it. It's like,
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know.
What are we going to do with the staff? Oh, do we keep them on and then they die, or do we let them go? And if I get a free day off work on pay, I would love it.
Yes.
That's all I'm worried about.
Yeah. Well, a few months ago, I should have had my pneumonia shot, so fucking typical.
Well, it wouldn't have counted for this one, though, would it? It's completely different
apparently
thing.
so. Yeah. Well, it stops you getting pneumonia, I think.
Yeah, well.
So that's one thing. But no, I mean, if you're going to go, you're going to go, right?
Yeah.
It's,
how much toilet paper have you got in your house?
Well, I went shopping with my brother the other day, and he went, right, you know, you've got to get all this stuff together. SARS or whatever. So he said, all right, we've got to get hand sanitizer and this and toilet paper. And I went, well, you bought me a load of toilet paper last time, so, you know. And he went, no, we'll get you some more then. So I've got 30 rolls for me. I'm on my own. So I'm like, wow. That's how it goes, though. What about you, St. Tommy? Will you be okay?
I've got a trip planned to get some toilet paper. It's 6 rolls for $1. 6 rolls for $1. It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
But I think I am going to pick some up. You know.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to pick up $2 worth. I think that feels like about right.
Yeah, I'm not planning to masturbate too much, so I think 30 rolls is overkill for myself. But okay. Yeah, no.
That'll take all year to go through that. All year to go through all that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said to him. You know, he said, "How much toilet paper you got?" I don't know, about 10 rolls. I better get you some more. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But I stocked up on vitamins. I've stocked up on soap and some food as well, cans. You know, so I'm good to go. I don't have to go out for the next God knows how long now. Couple of weeks at least. And yeah. Here's hoping. But it's a little bit scary, you know, because I'm in one of the higher risk brackets for it. You know. So a little bit scary.
Too, my lungs ain't all they used to be, you know.
Exactly.
After 500 million packs of cigarettes, you know, what can I expect? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's it. Exactly. And you get past a certain age, and it's like, oh, okay. I've been deliberately ignoring the scaremongering that's been going on online, though. So.
Sorry, my daughter just she was just phoning me now, just saying that there's some crazy people on her bus. It's like,
Crazy people.
yeah, just kind of. I think she said they were drunk. She thought. So it's like they were, and somebody had a bloody nose, and I think there was a fight. So it's like, oh Christ!
Oh,
Public transport, Jesus Christ!
well, it depends where you are, but yeah.
Wow, any fight on public transport. I mean,
Well, no, I mean that used to be fairly common on a Friday night, I have to say.
yeah, but not
Well,
on
I mean,
a.
especially before the pubs changed their hours, right?
Yeah.
Um,
But the Monday afternoon school run kind of thing. It's
yeah, that's a bit extreme.
yeah. So she was just asking for like guidance. It's like, okay, just don't look at them, don't look at them.
Yeah.
Keep away.
them,
Stand by the
yeah.
bus driver. Jesus, assholes.
Yeah, I see. So it's kids on the bus, is it, fighting?
No, it was a grown up man, grown up guys. Oh,
Mm,
she's got some crazy bus routes. Anyway.
yeah.
But it's a good. I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's a good stiffener for like life. It's like if you can go on public transport and deal with all the crazy people
Yeah.
that you can see in life on public transport, then you're good to go.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
Because I've got family members that have never been on public transport, and they look at crazy people on the street like it's like a circus. It's like they're staring at them, and I'm like, no, don't look at them. Look away. It's like, don't look. You don't look. And and me and my girls, we commute transport all the time. It's like, you know what to expect. Yeah, this guy's just taken an overdose. The paramedics are on their way. Let's just get off the bus now because this has actually happened. It's like, let's just go. And they know life. I mean, I'm not saying it's kind of like what every kid should do, but you know.
Yes, no, I wouldn't recommend overdosing just for the experience.
But just to
I know,
know
I'm joking.
what's going on
I'm
in
joking.
life.
Yes.
But
Indeed.
some of the other family members, they're looking at weirdos on the street, like, who is it? Don't look.
Well,
Oh.
have you seen the videos from Russia?
No, what's this?
Goodness, some of them are just like, oh my goodness. There's like the road rage out there is just extreme.
Oh.
Right, there's some woman crossing the road with a dog, and a dog wasn't on her lead, and the dog ran in front of a car. The guy almost ran the dog over. He slams his brakes on, stops, gets out of the car, and goes over and punches the woman.
Okay.
Wherein another guy who just happens to be passing goes over and tries to punch the guy, and then a woman shouts, so he gets punched, and then a woman starts shouting at the guy to stop, and he goes over and punches her.
Bloody
and then gets in his car and drives off. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's funny. And then somebody's comment underneath was, God, what's this? Where the hell's this happening? Jesus, this shouldn't. And then someone just puts Russia. Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And then they show another 3 videos of somebody doing the same sort of thing, you know. Just 2 guys getting out shouting at each other. They both get out of their cars and have a fist fight in the middle of the street.
Bloody hell.
Oh goodness. Still, could be worse. You know, you could have an armed population. Hey, St. Tommy. Anyway, NA, where are you from?
Absolutely. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Pistols, automatic rifles, whole 9 yards. It's wonderful. It's just wonderful.
Mix that in with a bit of road rage, and you've got entertainment galore.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Wow. Okay, Brooklyn. Yeah. Okay.
I'm from Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
Get the fuck out of here, for real?
Over 4 years.
That's what's up, man. I mean, I'm out in Williamsburg much, but yeah, it's pretty artsy out there.
It didn't used to be. It used to be the Outback. It used to be
Yeah.
like slum, nouveau slum, where the artist would move to. Now it's like Disney World.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's a lot of artsy fartsy folk out there in Williamsburg.
Back in the day, though, it was tough. You had to run from the subway line, take the number 6 over from Chamberlain, and fucking
Yeah.
run your ass from the subway station down Broadway, right down to the river.
Yeah. I'm in Flatbush. Well, East Flatbush, yeah. It's pretty Jewish out here.
Hava Nagila.
I'm not Jewish.
It was Puerto Rican and Jewish when I was there.
So you guys at work, or what are you guys up to?
Indigent. my job is to breathe. My full-time job is to breathe.
Yeah, I'm retired. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'm jealous, man. You guys must be living the life. Not having to go to work and shit.
Shit, I envy. I used to be a workaholic. How about you, Simus? Did you used to be a workaholic?
Not really. Maybe when I was very young. Maybe I started work when I was 15. But no. I used to practice my guitar like mad, of course. But then once I turned pro or semi-pro, I backed it off. Used to get up at 3 o'clock, go to bed at 3 o'clock. You know.
Well, why not, pick up the guitar and carry on now that you got all this time on your hands?
Yeah, maybe I do occasionally. Not quite at the moment because I have a few medical issues, but I'm planning maybe I'll do a little bit more before I finish up. I don't really play guitar much anymore either, so
All right.
kind of stopped doing it really. Say retired and then just put it in its case, and it's good for me. Good for me. See if I survive the virus, the pandemic first, and then we'll make our mind up from there.
Is it a pandemic already? Isn't it still like an epidemic?
You're probably right. I don't know. I'm not really following it because I'm just going to bury my head in the sand and
But I
see
mean,
what
what is the
happens.
difference between a pandemic and an epidemic? Is it like an epidemic is when it's spreading, but you're still trying to contain it, right?
Okay, I'm not a medical man, so I don't really know. I'd have to look that up, which would be a bit.
Okay.
If everybody runs out of weed, it's a pandemic. Other than that, it's just an epidemic.
Yeah. But while everyone's running out of weed, it's still an epidemic, right?
Yeah.
But once it gets to the stage where there's no more weed, all right. So I'm guessing Corona is still like in its epidemic stage. It's not a pandemic yet.
Yes, quite possibly. Yes. I don't know. I guess pandemic means worldwide. Epidemic means contained, as St. Tommy says.
Yeah, but from what I understand, the way Corona works, it's like AIDS and SARS, right? It only really gets you if you already have like a prior disease or infection? Because all it does is slow down
Mm.
your immune system, isn't it? It's not the virus itself that really kills you, is it? Like it'll fuck up your immune system and
I
then something like
don't know.
pneumonia comes and gets you.
Yeah, I do not know. I'll be honest with you.
It's worse than the herpes in the early 80s.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm burying my head in the sand for this one. We shall see what happens. And if one day I just don't turn up on YouTubes anymore, then you'll know.
We'll know when we found something better to do.
Yes, you've just
Yes.
gone to a different Discord. That's fine.
Exactly.
And
Absolutely nothing. I've gone from doing nothing to absolutely nothing.
Well, my daughter has now got an electric guitar. I need to find out. It's, one of her grandparents has bought her an electric guitar. She's got an acoustic
Electric
one.
guitar,
Yeah,
did you say?
electric. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yep. Nice.
And her grandfather bought her. I think it's I'm uneducated. Is it a Stratocaster? Is it a
Could be.
Strata something with a little
Stratocaster, probably. Yeah.
with an amp, and
Nice.
she's now going to, because she can play the acoustic.
Mhm.
So now she's going to do the electric, which thrills me no end.
Yes.
Because I'm going to live vicariously through my daughter now.
Of course.
Because it's going to be brilliant.
Why else
Getting
do you
her
have
to-
kids?
Yeah, absolutely. Because she's going to play all the tunes, all the licks, everything. I just cannot wait.
I see.
that's messed up.
Oh my goodness.
It's messed up that I live through my daughter, or it's good.
Yeah. I hope you're joking. It sounds like you're joking.
No.
No. What are you talking about?
Why am I joking? I'm
Why
confused.
why else would you have kids if it wasn't to live vicariously through them?
To be fair, to clarify, I always wished that I could play the guitar. So when the opportunity arose for my daughter to do that, we pursued it, and now she does acoustic. I can't even speak. Sorry. And now she can do it. She may do electric, and she's enjoying it. Why is that? That's not a bad thing, surely.
Is that what you always wanted to do? Your daughter?
Well, the opportunity arose for her to do that at school during music lessons. It was like, can you pay? Do you want your daughter to do a particular thing, a particular instrument? And we said, what do you want to do? And she said, guitar. Both her grandfathers played guitar. So she said, guitar. And I loved guitar. I mean, I couldn't play, but I loved seeing people play guitar. So to encourage her to do that, that's surely a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
What if she had said
Of
no?
course it
She
is.
doesn't want to play guitar. She wants to be a cop or something. How would you have felt about that? Would you have been fine with it?
She wants to be a what?
A cop or I don't know, a firefighter, whatever. Police.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Well, she could do both, surely.
No. What if she only wanted to be a cop? Like she hates playing guitars. Like she doesn't want to touch a guitar in her life.
Then, yeah, because it would be cheap, to be fair, because then I wouldn't have to pay for her lessons. So yeah, that would save me. That would save me £300 a year on her private lessons that she has.
Oh,
so yeah,
£300 is nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, no, that's well worth it.
that would be brilliant. I wouldn't have to pay that, would I?
All right, but there'd be like no resentment
No,
whatsoever.
no, absolutely not. No, it's just. I love that she's enjoying it at the minute.
Indeed.
So she's going to be doing what was she saying? Several kind of riffs that she wants to learn. Riffs. She wants to learn the several riffs that she wants to learn. Guns N' Roses riffs. She wants to learn the AC/DC riffs.
Oh, brilliant!
You can't do that on a acoustic guitar. So she's now she's got the electric.
You can, yes.
Well,
yes,
you can.
But
You
probably
can.
not
No, you
on. I
can.
think I've heard her in the background, and I think
Oh, have
she
you?
plays on a nylon strung. And
I
you
have
can't
no
really
clue.
do it on a nylon strung. You need to have a steel strung.
Yes, you were there. Yes, she was doing that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Although I taught somebody some classical guitar a couple of years back, and it really was fantastic. You know, really well worth doing.
as long as she's enjoying it, then we will support it. That I'm just going to say that. You know.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's more than I never wanted to play guitar. I wanted to play drums, and my parents went, "Oh, don't know. Why don't you?" And then for my next birthday, they went, "We're getting you an instrument," and I got really excited. I was getting a drum kit, and they turned up with a guitar, and it was like, oh, 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 really? And then
I would have
another
run
5
away
years
from
later,
home.
I eventually picked it up and went, "Yeah, all right, I'll try the guitar since you're not going to get me any drums." Yeah. And then I became a guitarist. That's how life works, though, eh?
Okay, guys, I've got to dip out. Nice
Yeah,
talking to you
I
all.
heard. Take care.
Yeah, bye, darling.
Peace out.
Saint Tommy plays a bit of guitar as well, I believe. Is that right, Saint Tommy?
Yeah, I have.
Bit of a strummer in
My
your day.
mom bought me a guitar and I hated it. And then after a while, I picked it up and now I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, likewise. What about you, N8? Are you musical?
Not in a while. When I was a kid, I played a bit of the harmonica and the sax, but just what my dad taught me. But since then, no, I haven't touched nothing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've made like beats, but that's like on a computer.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not really.
That's musical. Yeah, that's musical.
Yeah, it's musical, but yeah, it's not really an instrument. It's kind of cheap, because the computer's doing everything.
Well, yeah, I think they can do that these days. That's what the kids call it, music. So
Yeah,
no.
exactly. It's not really the same thing.
Good. Yeah.
So,
Well,
NB, are you like grown up already? Are you like
Am I
Are you
what?
like still semi-immature? Are you semi-immature?
I think we all are. We all have a bit
I'll
of
take that as a
childhood.
yes. Oh, I get.
Or are you asking how old I am?
No, I was asking you a question about are you semi-immature?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm very
In
immature.
mind, people might come to you and say you should be more mature. Tell them to fuck off. Yeah.
Oh, I do. My baby mama says that to me all the time. You play too much.
I love it.
Because you shouldn't take life too seriously.
Oh, I remember the days.
The good old days.
Yeah, when I used to listen to what women said.
Right. I don't know. I guess sometimes through all that craziness that spews out their mouth, there is a bit of logic behind it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. It's just, you know, I try not to let it mentally affect me too much because, you know, I might get infected by responsibility or some shit, you know.
True though.
It's a bit late for me now. Anything, Tommy?
It's never too late.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, at least they smell nice.
Oh, they do. And it's good to have a good conversation once in a while, you know what I mean? Good to have the occasional date. I do like to go on them. Stupid as ever. Come over, an old friend, old flame, so to speak. And I thought, oh yeah, it'd be nice to catch up. It's you know, and we sat and had a chat. And you know, a couple of hours in, I kind of went, right, well, great. It's really great to catch up. You know, it's time you went, kind of thing. And you know, said she wasn't going to stay long, so I just wanted to remind her that, you know, she said she weren't staying long, and you know, she had to go somewhere. Then it was getting late, you know. And she went, oh, okay. And I went, oh, about it. And she said, oh, I bought you a present for your birthday coming up. And I went, oh, God, that's very kind of you. Thank you so much. After Valentine's Day, the next day, in fact. And I didn't think much about it, and I just went, oh, thank you so much. And she got this present out for me, and I said, oh, okay, well, I'll open that when it comes to my birthday. Thank you so much. And I said goodbye and everything. And then I got a text going, you just never understood. And she's really pissed off at me. And I kind of went, hang on a minute. She gave me a present. She came over all the way from there. She stayed for longer than she would. Oh! Oh, I see.
She wanted some tender loving, didn't she?
She wanted
That's
some
what she
attention, I
wanted.
think, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, shit. Fuck. I just, oh, right. Okay. Well, anyway, once I realized a few days later, I phoned her back and just went, yeah, look, if you'd like to come over, I could take you out to dinner if you want. And she was like, no, it's okay. No. I was like, well, all right then. See you later. Oh, well. I never learn. I never
It's kind
learn.
of nice when that happens, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I just never learn. I just never get the signs until afterwards. What are you gonna do, though, eh? Do. Yeah, cool banana. Get very touchy though, don't they?
Where's Heretic? Has Heretic been in?
Wouldn't
Have
have
you seen
thought so,
Heretic?
Saint Tommy. No, he's
Man,
I don't know how to describe it even. That's how little I know. I'm just no.
okay.
He seems to have what do you say? Been fairly disdainful of the community in our efforts to try and get a Nadia type hangout together.
Is he butthurt?
But
No.
I don't think butthurt's the right word.
No. Is he jealous? He couldn't be
Not
jealous.
the word
could he?
either. No.
No. Huh. Just
He's
disdainful.
disdainful, yeah, and also again, I don't know what the right words are for St. Tommy, because he hasn't spoken to me. And somewhat disappointing. He
Right.
had some kind of relationship, even though it wasn't nothing more than an internet relationship. He never basically deigned to tell me what was up. One day that things weren't right, and that was that.
What the fuck?
It was just, well, I didn't even see the last of him because I didn't matter, obviously, because I'm just me.
He's a barrel of laughs, when he comes out to play. What's he so shy for? He should be less shy and come on in and play, Have a good time.
He's been offered the chance to, I know that much, and I said from the beginning, he's always welcome to come in here and say his piece and slag whoever he wants off at any time. But
Snooty.
he doesn't want to. That's fair enough. If you don't want to, you don't want to. You know what I mean?
That's real.
There's enough kind of fucking shit flies around the community to keep anybody away if they really focus on it. We've all had our bottoms smacked at one time or another by this community. And
Ow.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't, you just can't go around defending everybody. You got to do it yourself, Got to be. Can't expect people to stick up for me when I've been an asshole. I know that. But yeah, whatever. He'll be missed.
Never tell though. He may show up.
He was always fun to. Well, he was always fun to disagree with, and I miss that. We used to have some good little arguments, which I always felt were really good fun. I'll miss that, and yeah, you never know what happens in the future.
I like his new stage outfit. He looks like Justin Bieber in a hoodie.
Who's that?
I think it's cool. Who, Heretic?
Oh,
I like his hoodie.
You like that, do you?
Yeah. You hadn't seen him, have you? He wears sunglasses and a hoodie. It looks real cool.
Oh my god, that sounds awful.
It's not, man. it's
okay. Let everybody wear what they fucking like. You know what I mean? That's for sure. I'm not one to bother about it because, I had to wear some fucking bizarre shit in my career. You want me to wear what? Yeah, can you wear some spandex? Okay.
Oh my god,
yeah.
They didn't make you do that, did they?
Yeah, man, I had to wear all sorts of fucking bollocks. Oh. I remember going to see, and I thought at the time, right, I was like, oh, I don't know. Then I went to see Parliament, right? And as soon as I saw Parliament, I went, yeah, spandex isn't fucking too bad, is it? I spoke to the guitarist backstage. This guy was originally from a band called Ocean Color or Color Ocean, or I can't remember, American band. And the Parliament made him wear and chaps. That was it. Nothing else. Just a G-string and some chaps, leather chaps. And it was
That's
like
hard.
that's pretty. I mean, he had the body for it. I'll say that. He was big, fat, big black guy. He was, fit as fuck. So you know what I mean. He could get away with it. And I said to him, I was backstage, and I said to him, so who chose your outfit? And he went, oh, Bootsy. I went, what? You kidding? And he went, yeah, no, it was part of the condition of joining the band is that I wear whatever they want. And I was like, fair enough. But of course, famously, and the guy was there was some guy on stage wearing a nappy. An oversized nappy.
That's a diaper. Is that right in America? A diaper.
Correct.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
diaper, yeah. That was fair enough. And then I thought, well, I shouldn't be so picky. If the guys want me to wear sort of tight leather trousers, then all right, fair enough.
Glad it's not worse. I hear you.
Exactly, yeah. What are you gonna do, eh? Oh dear. Yeah. That was funny, I have to say. At the time, it seemed like such a big thing, you know what I mean? I was like really conflicted about it and stuff, I remember. In hindsight, I just think, who cares? Do you know what I mean?
You're naturally modest, Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Hey, Simons, do you think it would be okay if I asked some of my weirdo fundy friends to maybe come and visit and say their shtick?
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
Right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I know Calvinist types and ultra Calvinist types and stuff like that, and I know peeps, man. Yeah.
This is why
Seems like
one of the reasons I wanted to extend the invite to you, because we need more theists in here to say their stuff and not get too butthurt when they get kicked back. You know what I mean?
Right when they get shot down.
I don't think you can shoot Calvinists down, of course, because that might be an oxymoron. But yeah, that would be good. And obviously, try to be polite and stuff and all that bollocks. Yeah, no, that would be cool, definitely.
Cool.
Do. What about you, N8? What's your persuasion for the religious side?
What do you mean? Are you asking what religion do I follow?
Yeah, if you're religious, and if so, which religion? Don't have to answer. It's all good if you don't want to answer.
I'm a Muslim.
Sorry, I missed that. You're
Yeah, I'm a Muslim. What about you?
oh, okay, Islam. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Islam.
Do you mind if I ask you what type? That's not too personal.
Shia.
Okay.
Why? What about you?
I'm atheist.
Why?
Cutting out for me a little bit there, actually, mate. Didn't hear what the question was.
Why are you atheist and what are you smoking?
Why am I an atheist? Is that the question?
And what are you smoking?
What am I smoking? I don't smoke and anymore. Used to. And I'm an atheist, I guess, because the first time I was introduced to God, the concept, the meaning, the whatever, the concept, I just thought that's a load of bullshit. Be true, you know. Mainly because it was very
You must
the
have been
type
a
I was
kid though.
introduced to was, oh yeah, I was 7, I think.
And at 7 you
Mainly
thought
because
it's
the type,
bullshit?
yeah, I knew it was bullshit because it was introduced to me in some kind of, what's the word, parochial manner. It seemed very small, this God idea, the way it was introduced, that, you know, God would be a part of some kind of race, or, you know what I mean, would be worrisome about the type of land or the type of people, you know what I mean? All that chosen
I
people's
hear you.
nonsense,
But do you maybe
you know.
think that maybe the story of God you were reading in the Bible wasn't a full story, or you didn't have the proper context?
No, I didn't know about the Bible at the time. Um, I just heard about it through people talking and saying, "Oh, you know, well, God will look after you," and all this kind of stuff. Or, you know, what are you going to do? You know, what will God think if you're, you know? Well, I just thought, well, this seems like nonsense to me. Oh, you know, what was the one? There was a line in the Canadian national anthem, which I thought, oh, what the hell's that? And I remember thinking, and I'd already thought about it, but and realized that it wasn't such a great idea listening to Christian hymns and stuff. But there was this line in the Canadian national anthem which declared God to look after the land, you know, and protect the land. And I thought, well, whose land? Whose land is that? Land, for goodness sake.
Are
You know what I
you
mean?
Canadian? You sound British.
No. I moved to Canada when I was a kid. I went to school there.
But you never lost the accent. It's pretty cool.
No, I did. I changed. I had a Canadian accent, and
And now?
then
Protect the land.
when I moved back.
Really?
Yeah, there's some
Really?
line.
Protect.
There's some line in the
How about protect my ass?
that as well.
The heck with the land, you
That as
know?
well. Yeah. Well, I mean,
That
it was
is
even worse
offensive.
because of course in the you know, rule Britannia asked God to protect Britain on the waves, and I mean, how fucking parochial can you get? You know what I mean?
So I mean,
Anyway,
weren't
yeah.
your parents into religion and stuff, or?
No, my father was an atheist, although he never declared himself as such until we got much older, until I came out as an atheist, and he went, "Oh, I am too," and I went, "Oh, okay." But my mother was a Christian. She tried to persuade me to go to church when I was younger, you know. Mind by then
And
that it was bullshit. I'd
Oh,
come up with this idea. I remember going to, because what happened is I heard this line and then I went back and I started thinking about what the concept meant. and what kind of relevance it had. And then I came to the conclusion that there couldn't be a necessary argument for God.
That's so sweet.
Why?
That's
know?
so sweet that Mom wanted you to come to Jesus.
Yeah. Of
That's
course, they always
cool.
do. So yeah,
So-
I kind of worked out when I was 7 that there probably wasn't going to be a necessary argument for God, or at least the types that people were talking about that I'd
So-
heard.
So this is based on a line from the Canadian national anthem, and
No, that's what started thinking about
Okay.
it. That's what actually triggered me to go, hang on a minute, that's not right. Right? That's almost racist. So that can't be a God that someone's talking about that's all loving and is for humanity. That can't be right.
yeah, that's fair. Obviously
So
there are things people say about God that aren't necessarily true, but those are things people are saying. It's not God himself who said,
No,
"I'll only
no.
protect Canada." So beyond that, I mean, beyond what people say and do in the name of God,
Yeah.
is that all that made you not want to be a part of religion?
Oh, I mean, as I say, then I sat and thought about it for a couple of hours, whatever. I had some kind of astral trip or experience, and and then I came back and I just thought, yeah, God's not even necessary. God's just not necessary for the way the world works. And I could see that,
Yeah.
even though I didn't know about evolution, and even though I didn't know about science, I could still see that there wasn't going to be a necessary argument for God's existence. And then I remember going to my mum and saying, "Oh, Mum, I'm an atheist," and she went, "Why?" And I just went, "God's not needed. It's as simple as that. We need to do good ourselves. We can't rely on our external forces to do that for us. It has to be voluntary. We have to be responsible for it."
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I guess you don't need to believe in God or be part of a religion to live a normal life or to
No.
even live a good life. So yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. God isn't really, in the grand scheme of things, God is necessary. But if that's your reason for not believing, then I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, that's my personal experience. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say that other
Mhm.
people should be persuaded by that kind of idea. But again, it's God's chosen people. Just that one phrase alone is enough to turn me off from being Judaic Christian. I mean, for me, it's Christian, of course, because I grew up in the West, and that's what has heavily influenced the West. Or I say heavily influenced. I'm aware of history, right? So I appreciate, the golden age of Islam and what it's done for preserving the Greek manuscripts, etc., and how they got passed through to Europe, and how they kicked off the Enlightenment. So I'm not down on other religions as being inferior. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, I read the Quran when I was 21 or something like that, just to find out
The
what was
whole
in the book.
thing?
Yeah, the whole thing.
What was
It's
your
not
favorite
very
part?
long, is it?
Well, it's long, man.
I don't know, mate. It's not very long.
Unless you're a fast reader, I don't know. But the Quran is pretty long.
I read it in English, so maybe it's a bit shorter, but it's not nearly as long as the Bible. It's about a third the length or some shit. So no, it's not huge. I read War and Peace as well at one point when I was 16. So
Yeah, it's
but
like 600 pages. That's long, man.
yeah, I don't even think it's that. But
Yeah, that's
anyway,
600.
unfortunately, I read a bit of a dodgy translation, I think. So maybe I didn't quite get the full benefit of what it could have been. But there was some racist stuff in it, just like in the Old Testament and the New Testament as well.
Oh yeah,
The
definitely,
justice,
man.
just as parochial as the other monotheisms.
But I mean, what I'm trying to say is you got to take this into context, the whole grand context of it. Don't just look at the book in isolation. Look at who the people are that wrote the book, what influenced them, the world they were living in, what the world was like, what other people were like towards them, you know? I think if you look at it with greater context, I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's gonna change your mind, but it might make things more clearer to you.
Right. Yeah, it did make it more clear. Actually, it made it more clear that it's a construction of the human mind, not any
Oh,
omnibenevolent God's mind.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, these are books written
So
by man, made by man, trying to understand the nature of some supposed God.
mm.
So yeah, definitely, it's man's word.
Well,
Nothing.
not even the nature of some supposed God. I mean, it's just the nature of themselves in the world they find themselves in.
Yeah, you
Um,
could look at it
you
like
know.
that as well. Hmm.
But I mean, it's all good. I mean, I'm not I would call myself an anti-theist, but not because I'm against people that have religious ideas. I'm against the religious ideas themselves. So not the people. I mean, if people feel that they're a better person because they hold a particular religious belief, right? Then more power. You know. Then don't give up your religion if it's going to make you a worse person. Only give up your
True
religion
that.
if you think it's going to make you a better person. You know.
Yeah, I hear you.
And that's kind of my case, really. I just felt, well, I'll be a better person if I don't try and if I take responsibility for my actions myself, rather than saying, well, it says it in the Bible that I can do X, Y, and Z, and I should be, sexist or patriarchal or some shit like that. For instance. Um,
All right, I hear you. Well, I mean, all right, that I gotta respect. If you have no problem with people following religion and you just personally don't want to, that's fine. It's not something you hear a lot of people saying. That's why I kind of respect that.
well, I mean, I wish people didn't feel the need to. I think you'll be better people if you can have the same moral standards, or if you can improve your moral standards by giving up religion, then I think you should. Um, and I feel like you've got to do that. If you don't have religion to rely on, then you're going to have to bridge nihilism in some way. And the best way to do that is to say that you take responsibility for making your life the best it can be. To take some inner fortitude, which I can see can be very anxiety laden. It's the main reason that people want to hold on to religion, is to reduce anxiety.
You believe that? That believing in God reduces stress?
Reduces anxiety. I don't think it necessarily reduces the stress, but the underlying stress, you might say. Yeah. Do you? I think that's its chief
Okay.
function. In fact,
So
psychological
you see
well-being is probably its chief function.
to provide some form of sanity or something.
Sanity is too strong a word, I think, but to provide, what's the word I'm looking for? Just to provide sort of a more comfortable ground to try and express yourself. think
I
that's
don't
really
know,
what it
man.
comes down to.
I think the purpose of religion is because people, I would say two main things or three main things. Hope. No, four, right? So hope, belief in a God or an afterlife provides us with hope that, even though I'm struggling in this life, if I try and be good
Yeah.
and try and please God in the afterlife, I will be blessed, So there's that hope, So either hope in the afterlife or hope that God listens to my prayers and gives me what I'm asking for. There's belonging.
Mm-hmm.
What religion gives people is a sense of community. You see that a lot with people who are outcasts or, they have problems at home. Then because they don't feel welcomed at home, they join a church or some other religious group.
Uh-huh.
Or, just people who have weak wills, who are easily influenced by other people and get conned into becoming Jehovah's Witnesses or, terrorists, ISIS and whatnot, whatever the fuck it is, but it's that sense of wanting to belong to something. So yeah, it's hope, sense of belonging, a sense of purpose. People believe, if I believe in this God said I'm special. I'm I'm part of his chosen people. So I have a higher purpose than everyone else. I've claim to more things. I have the right to do things more than everyone else does it, because I'm God's chosen person. And finally, control. So this is where people use religion for bad things. You use religion to control other people, to manipulate and influence other people. I would say those are the four main reasons that religion is around.
Yeah, all of those,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, are related to anxiety. So yeah,
Really?
yeah, all four of those.
Could you elaborate on the connection?
Well, you said, what was the first one you said? I can't remember all four of them offhand, but as I was going through them, I was ticking them off, going, yeah, that reduces anxiety. Yep, that sense of belonging, right? Well,
Okay, yeah,
not being a
belonging.
loner, that gives you a safety net, and that, of course, reduces the insecurities you might have. So that is obviously is going to reduce anxiety.
Okay, first one was hope.
That is another word for security, which is reduction of anxiety again. So you hope things are well. Yeah. Okay. Well, if you have hope, then you're not worried about the future, right? You're hoping the future is going to be good. So you're not actually just like scared that the future is going to be bad all the time. So anxiety reducer right there.
Okay, what about
Number 3?
purpose?
Purpose. Yeah, right. So again, as an antidote to nihilism. And of course, if you are nihilist, then you're hopeless, which induces anxiety. So
Okay, and then the last one, control.
yeah, giving you control. So feeling that you're on secure footing and that things aren't quite as evolutionary speaking. What's the word they say? As red blood in red in tooth and claw. So it's not such random process that's going on. And of course, if you think it's just random and you could die any time, then that obviously is going to give you more anxiety again.
Okay.
And I don't mind that feeling. I'm not scared of that feeling. I'm not scared of. I don't like it, right? But it just doesn't bother me. I know that life is pretty random, if you like, or not even random is the right word because that's not what it is. But sorry, I'm not thinking straight at the moment. But yeah, I just don't worry about it so much. So other people, I think, I'm more laissez-faire. Whatever comes, comes, and we'll worry about the rest tomorrow, kind of thing.
Okay, Sarah.
Indeed, that's another phrase that could be used. Yes.
All right.
Indeed. And I still have no expectation of an afterlife or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm relying on something to tell me, well, if it all goes tits up tomorrow, at least I've got at least I'm going to get into heaven or anything. It's nothing like that. Right? The bit that reduces your anxiety, because that's what I mean. Of course, everybody should recognize that it could go tits up anytime. You could be in a car driving down the road and some drunk driver could hit you, and that could be the end. Nothing to do with
Yeah,
you
true.
whatsoever. Nothing to do with you whatsoever. Just bad timing. But if you believe that there's an afterlife, then that's not such a worry. Whereas, of course, it is a worry for me, and that I need to be scared about it.
So, I mean, you don't, but I mean, what are your, I'm sure you must have some sort of idea, you seem like a very deep thinker. So you must have thought what might happen after we die.
I've just got no evidence to think anything happens after we die, other than, you become worm food, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but aside from the evidence, don't you have some idea that can't be backed by evidence? Just
No,
a wild idea you've thought of,
no,
No?
no. If I'm going to live, I'm going to live now, and I'm going to make sure that I enjoy what I do, and I care for the people that I want to care for, and have, meaningful relationships with those that are around me, and that kind of thing. Only meaning I'm going to get, so I may as well make the most of it now.
Okay. So you've never thought of, interesting, because almost everyone thinks about what happens after we die. That seems to be the number one thing on people's minds. It seems to be the main thing driving our evolution, our development, scientific advancements. It's what happens after we die. How do we cheat death? How do we live longer? How do we live better?
Well, that's a different thing altogether. How we live longer is a different thing, right? To what happens after death. Those are two very separate things. And I used to, I mean, from maybe 8 or 9 years old, somewhere around there, and I started doing sit-ups and press-ups every day. I was riding by 11. I was riding maybe 12, 14 miles a day. I was doing like 50 sit-ups, 50 press-ups every morning, and then doing body repping my weight above my head, repping my weight above my head. So I wanted to keep fit so I could live longer, taking care of my body.
Why do you want to live longer though?
It's
Like,
the
why
only
weren't
life
you
we
fine
get.
with yeah, but what's wrong with dying earlier? What about dying made you want to push it further away,
Well, because I enjoyed living. I think that was it. I found it.
Yeah, but
I have a meaning
but
in my life. I made a meaning, and I wanted to keep that going.
but if you don't know what happens when you die, what tells you life ends how do you know life ends when you die?
Well,
What if you just carry on
apart from
living,
my own
just not
personal
here?
experience,
What personal experience? You've never died
I know
before.
I'm getting experience of those around me dying.
Yes, but
Grandparents
what I'm
first, and
saying
then
is,
parents. They didn't make
how
it
do you
into an
know
afterlife.
that how do you know that? How do you know that when they die, they didn't just go somewhere else?
I mean, again, if you want to put it ontologically or metaphysically, that's possible, I suppose. But I'm not
No,
impressed by.
I'm not saying it's possible. I'm not saying heaven or hell is real. I'm just asking a very simple question.